YouTube? It's Goddess Galaxy. Hey, subscribers, and thanks to all the new subscribers for checking out my reviews. And if you like my recap reviews, you can comment below any suggestions or how you feel about the episodes, and also subscribe and tap the bell so that you can know when or be notified when I actually drop some videos, because I'm going to be looking at a whole bunch of different shows. Since it's the summer, there's a lot of shows on. So I'm doing episode 2, season 6 of 90 Day, before the 90 days, basically before the 90 days. So this episode, they continue on, and Tyree, his girl Kamala is a man, basically, they were telling him, and they said that the man's name is Christian, that they talked to the producers, and basically he's crying, and he's like that he's embarrassed that he got used for money. At first he didn't want to talk to the person basically at first he wanted to talk to Carmela, but she wouldn't talk to him. But once he started talking to her, and he noticed, like, basically she mentioned money, and he said that he's gonna send the Cash App, then that's when Carmela became very interested in talking with him. So I was just like, see, I told you this was a catfish situation. He was simping, and the person was just using him for monetary gain. They didn't hit you up and really care about your situation until they knew they could get some type of compensation or some type of money out of it. You're being used for your bread. You're not, that person does not like you like that. They just was using you to see what they could get out of it. And they didn't want to talk to you at first because they couldn't get nothing out of you. But once you saw the pictures convinced you, oh, maybe I need to give out, if I give out a little money, then I'll get some attention and I'll be able to get with that person. So you were very, like, I guess, wanting attention so bad. So you gave in and sent that money. That money is all you need to send. That person was like, cha-ching, I could use them. Basically what the person was thinking. Next scene, Razvan and Amanda, and he is from Romania, so he's talking now. So they're basically in Romania talking with him. And he's a model, actor, and singer. He does lives to make money, and he was married before. And basically he was saying that his ex-wife was basically jealous because of his career, and it was really hard, and he doesn't like the distance that he has with Amanda. But basically he was talking to a friend about it and telling her that, he really cares about her, and that she has children, and she was asking him, are you ready for that? And he's like, yeah, but I know I'm not going to take the dad's place, so I just see that I would be a friend, be kind of like a friend to the kids or what have. And she said, are you ready to step up? And he said, I'm basically he's ready to step up and be everything she is looking for. He's just hoping that she's ready for him and that their relationship will be good. So Amanda basically arrives. Next scene, arrives to Romania. He met her at the airport with a teddy bear, a white teddy bear. It was so cute. It was so nice. They hugged and they gave each other their first kiss because that's their first time meeting each other. In the next scene, David, he is deaf, and he thinks he's found the love of his life, and he just I basically skipped because I wrote my notes kind of weird. But yeah, he thinks he's found the love of his life, and he's heading on his way to see the girl that he's with. He's on his way to see her too. So everybody's basically on their way to see their significant others except for Tyree. He's the only one that doesn't have a ticket ready to meet the girl because it's kind of steep, and he's taking care of his mom and stuff like that. So so they continue on with Amanda. Amanda was kissing him, and then, it was their first time, so they got into the car and they kissed some more, and then they drove off. Next scene is Riley. He found out that Violet sent disturbing text message because he went to go see his dad, and, see his dad for the last time before he goes in like a day, and his dad made him some curry. His dad is from Jamaica, and his dad made him some curry. It looks so good. I said, you better go, Daddy. Okay. So the dad basically told him that Violet reached out to him, leaving some disturbing text messages, telling the dad negative things about him, basically saying that he wasn't a good son, and he wasn't he wasn't going to find anybody that was going to make him happy. And basically when he received the text message, it was around the time that they were having trouble. But why would you reach out to the dad and be saying things to the dad and basically trying to get money out of the dad and stuff like that? Like, whoa, she's out of pocket. And the dad was basically telling him, I don't think that you should really get with her anymore, like, or even go to where you're supposed to be going, because of the simple fact that what she's doing, like, how she gonna reach out to me and be saying those things about you to me and be trying to get money out of me and do these little things? Like, I don't think that she is even worth going all the way out to where you're at to meet with her. And he was getting upset, but he's still gonna go out and see her and waste his money, because I think that it's a day ahead, and I think you're supposed to call either 24 hours or a couple days before to cancel a ticket. So I guess he feels like he needs to meet with her and actually ask her these questions in person and get real answers from her to figure out what's happening. So next scene, he basically speaks to this PI and he talks to them about his concerns about this woman and how he's concerned because she's lied to him about a bunch of stuff, and he wants him to investigate, to follow her, and he wants to find out, like, if she's really divorced and if she's really off of the dating site, basically. And the guy, he basically asked him basically how much percentage are people, like, women are found that they're lying when you investigate. He said 80% of the time. I'm like, oops, well, be careful, Riley. And I just feel like he shouldn't even go out to see her, because the fact that she's sneaking around talking to your dad and she never mentioned not one time that she spoke to your father, and now, like, you got to go through this whole thing of getting PI to investigate this girl, which I'm not surprising. That's good that he's investigating her, because she's lying about too many things. Like, what was the reason behind lying about whether you were finalizing or going through a divorce? If he asked you, all you had to do was say that, he would have understood. Like, why are you lying about that? Why are you lying about staying on the website? If you want to stay on the website and you don't want to be serious, then just say that. There's no reason to do that. Like, she's like manipulating and playing games. Like, see, you think that she all that, and the fact she put a middle finger up at you and saying that she hates you and all this other stuff, you shouldn't even be interested in the person that's talking to you like that. That's ridiculous. Next scene, David is heading to basically Korea to see Sheila, and she has a son who is 12 years old, and she's going shopping for an outfit, talking with her friends, and she's hearing impaired, and she wears a hearing aid because she put basically a broom in her ear, and she was poking it and sticking it into her ear, and she messed up the canal. When she was a child, she messed up the canal in her ear, and it basically got damaged, so that's why she's hearing impaired, and she wears a hearing aid. She was showing it. So I'm like, okay, she actually seems very genuine and a little bit very nice and forthcoming. She actually seems like she really likes the guy and she really cares about him. And they do have a little bit in common because he's deaf and she's hearing impaired. So they kind of match, even though she really doesn't know sign language like that, because she actually was hearing for a while. So she speaks and she has a hearing aid, so she does talk, you know. But she's learning it so that they can work. So I feel like their relationship is the most genuine out of all the people that's on the show. There's the most genuine. With the other ones, yeah, not so much. And then on next scene, Amanda and Razvan, he drives basically them to his home, and her son called, and he keeps saying, he was asking, Mom, where will you sleep? Where's the bedroom? You're going to sleep in this bed? Last episode he asked about it, I didn't mention it, but last episode he kept talking about, are you going to be sleeping in his bed? So the boy already knows that you're in a relationship with this guy and that this guy is more than a friend. So I don't know why she keeps lying, because her son keeps bringing that up. Sleep in the bed with him? Where are you going to sleep, Mom? In the bed? In the bed? You can sleep with him? I'm like, what the world? Why he keep asking? That's why I'm saying people be thinking they be sneaky, but kids be hearing and kids be knowing. So when you're trying to call yourself being sneaky, thinking that you hiding stuff, he be over here and hearing her talking to this man and being romantic and arguing with him and stuff. So he knows that that's her boyfriend. He knows that that's not just the friends. I don't know why she's trying to think she's sneaky, because she's not. And then she's like, oh no, I'm not going to sleep in this bed. I'm going to sleep on the couch. What are you talking? And then he was, Razvan was talking with him. And he was like, I have big muscles. He's like, my muscles bigger than yours? He said, no, mine's bigger than yours. So they were playing around. He said, you so funny. Razvan is funny. She basically lying to her child or whatever, or what have, about the situation, because she wants to figure out what's going on between them. So I understand why she's not telling the truth, but my whole thing is she could find out information and spend time with this man for like 7 days, like a week, and come back. Why are you spending a whole 3 weeks with this man? Like, I'm sorry. Like, you shouldn't be spending all that time when you got those two little cute little munchkins to think about. Like, baby girl, if I'm going to meet a guy, I would not go that long to meet no guy. I would go maybe 7 days the most, and that's it. Like, 3 weeks is a lot. That's almost a month. Like, girl, you're doing a lot. So while she's there, it's like basically she's getting prepared for the night. So he had tissues by the bed. And she's like, why you got tissues by the bed? Why? Who doesn't have tissues by the bed? Everybody puts some type of something near their bed to be comfortable. So he said, in case you need to wipe your face, in case you need to wipe yourself, I'm just like, I'm done with her. Why is she asking that? That's so damn stupid. So she was brushing her teeth in the bathroom. There was no space for her to put her stuff. So she's like, what is all this stuff? And he said, this is my things. Girl, do you not look at him? He looks like he's metrosexual. Basically, he takes very good care of his skin and his body and things like that. So he cares about his skincare. So that's all his skincare products and things that he uses for the morning to keep his skin clean and keep his skin smooth. Because if you look at Raz Van's skin, he got a very good skin. He takes very good care of himself. So I understand why she's complaining. Like, girl, bye. So she was complaining, there's no room for my things, And then she feels like, she's like, no, I can't. You need to make space. So he said, I'll make space for you. I'm so sorry. I should have made space for you. I'm sorry. I'll make space now. So he makes space for her so she can put her brush and stuff, her toothbrush and things like that. And then basically she's saying he's not going to get none tonight. We're going to sleep in the same bed, but I'm not giving him none. He had on tighty-whitey underwear. It was so cute for him. But I'm like, girl, you got them tighty-whities on. Oh, no. That's not cute. I like men that wear boxers. That whole tighty-whitey stuff I cannot do. So Amanda basically saying she feels guilty for moving on from losing her husband, and now she's spending the time with this other man, and it hasn't been long. She just feels guilty, and I'm like, there's nothing to feel guilty about. You went all the way out there. You want to be with him. What you feeling guilty about? He passed on, and you said that he gave you the okay, when he was close to dying, to move on and to love somebody else, and that he's okay with it, and that there's no problem with it. So it's just up to you whether you're ready to move on. Because if you're not ready to go on and be serious, then why are you starting something serious? If you feel guilty, that means you're not ready. You're not ready to be serious then. So why are you forcing yourself to move on when you're not ready? I'm not understanding that. So next scene, Gino is headed to the airport, and his uncle basically took him to the airport, and he got a prenup. Basically, because during this episode, I forgot to write it, but he had dinner with his family and telling them how he's going to get his tickets, and how, they have a lot of problems with communication, and how he's already asked about prenup. They showed last season that he asked for a prenup, and she said, oh no, I get everything that he has. I am not signing no prenup, I will never do. I will get everything, half of everything he has, because I deserve it. So this woman is money hungry, and if you marry her, she's going to take you for everything she got. She just said that you're not going to get anything, and she's not signing a prenup. So you want to tell her about a prenup, and you want to offer to her after she'd already told you that she's not signing one. So what is the point of you being on the show? Because she's not signing a prenup. What is the point? This man, I think he likes drama, because there's no way possible that you could be going through all of this. You go into the Panama to see this woman, and you're going through all this, you're spending this, you're spending that, or whatever for this woman. But according to what she said, the reason why he has to spend all this money is because she said that she feels she deserves it, that he needs to give her half, because she spoke to her friends and she said how he deserves to give her half of everything. She's not signing no prenup because she deserves it all. If I'm losing everything and leaving my whole family or losing my whole life over there, going to where you are in Omaha, Nebraska, where you're at, then I deserve to have it all, and I deserve everything that you have, basically, she was saying. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's how she feels. So she feel like she shouldn't sign it, because people look at prenups as a bad thing, but people have to understand that a marriage is a contract, and when you have a prenup, you can actually negotiate things that you want out of it. And she still could sign a prenup and negotiate what she wants in the prenup and ask for, I want half of what you have, or I want the house, I want this car, I want this, I want that. When we get married and negotiate and speak to a lawyer, have it right it up and finalize, and you sign to ensure that it protects them and ensures that you get something out of it and y'all both are happy at the end of it. So if something goes awry between them, and it seems like it is, because they're always arguing about minuscule stupid stuff like, oh, our sex life isn't good, oh, our sex life, the sex life isn't good because he's a type of person that gets affected by his emotions allegedly, and the fact that she's making him spend all his money, he's really pissed, and she forces him and pushes his hand, and he feels guilty if he says no to her because he doesn't want to lose her, so he does stuff against what he really wants to do. So then he blames her and gets mad at her because she's pushing him, but he could easily just say no and be like, nah, I'm not finna spend my money on that. Fuck, like, F what you saying. I'm not finna spend all that money. I'm not spending $3,000. You need to go live with a family member or something until you move here. And then when you move here, I'll save some of that money so that I could have the place prepared for you when the K-9 visa is pushed through. But instead of doing that, he's a simp. He's weak, and he's becoming a pushover, and his family told him that you need to be telling you want a prenup, you need to be standing up for your rights, and you need to be standing and speaking up for yourself because this woman is trying to take advantage and get everything that she can out of the situation. You got to be on top of what you got to do. Like, this is ridiculous. And I'm with them. Like, you're spending all this money on this woman, and she's got this little attitude because she looks good and everything else that, and I already know what it is. She's using you for money, and she's using you to get a green card so she can get over here. She does not love him or care about him, okay? Because she gets mad about the stupidest stuff. It's just like, baby girl, the K-9 visa takes a long time. And with her phone video chatting, she could do the research about the K-9 visa and how long it takes for the K-9 visa to go through. And they will tell you that it's a long process and that you don't just get approved like that. Like, she needs to go somewhere. Like, she's using the man. She really does not love him. And next scene, Gino arrives and they kiss, and she puts kisses. She has red lipstick on. She puts kisses all over his face to show everybody that you are mine, baby girl. Nobody wants Gino. Really stop, Miss Jasmine. Stop the malarkey. Stop the bullshit. Nobody wants your man, so stop kissing all over him. Nobody wants him. He's not no prize. Okay? Nobody wants him. Stop the nonsense. And you don't even want him. So stop, because that ex-boyfriend that assisted you with getting the place, and you're in its building now, and he's gonna see your man and everything else looks way better than him. It's just that he's not, as you said, feisty, aka he's not a pushover like old boy. Because when she said like, oh, he's not as spicy, no, he's not a pushover. Old boy don't allow you to push over him and tell him what to do and force him to do things. You know that Gino is a pushover and a simp, and it's easy for you to take advantage, so that's why you like him. It's not because he's feisty, because he's not feisty. He's very weak, and he allows you to push him around and tell him what to do. He talks back every once in a while. Majority of the time he gives in to what you say, so he's weak. That's what that is. It's not the other guy is not feisty enough. It's the other guy is not going to allow you to tell him what to do and push him around, and old boy allows you. He's a doormat. That's what that is. So, girl, bye. So, Gino, you're simping. Tyree, you need to get through your head. That girl is not real. That's a man you're talking to. They already told you his name is Christian. That's why you haven't been able to video chat. Riley, it's not going to happen for you. You need to give that up. Amanda and Razvan, they're okay, but I don't think they're going to work out either, because Amanda's trying to fill a void. She ain't really in love with old boy. She thinks she in love, but it's really lust. It's really not even lust. She's just using him for the time being to get over what she's been through. She's not ready. David and Sheila are the only ones that seem genuine. Everybody else is in a fake situation, a user/simp situation. I'm sorry, you're getting used, boo. You're getting used. Everybody's getting used on here. Except for like Amanda and Razvan, they're not in a user situation, but the other ones are. And then David and Sheila, they seem like they're genuine. They're going to work out. But everybody else is a simp situation. So that's just how I feel. I just feel like Gino's a fool. I feel like Tyrade is in denial. And he's childish and he's dumb. Like, sir, that's not a real person. That's not they told you it's a man and you still don't want to believe it. You're dumb. You're going to keep getting used for money and everything else because you're not getting the clue. And I don't like this Jasmine girl, but I don't like Gino either because he's not smart. He's very stupid. Like, he's killing me. Like, sir, it's not finna work between you and old girl. Riley, it's already in his face that she's a fraud and she's not that into him like that. She's puts her middle finger up and says she hates you. She doesn't like him like that. Like, she's using him. Like, it's clear as day. Like, Riley, please get it together. She's basically tried to holler at your dad. Like, let's be real. Come on, girl. Come on, sir. She's using you. She's not that into you. She's just using you for money. And you've already sent her money, so she's getting what she wants out of you. And she's using more other people for money. That's why she's still on that app, still talking on that dating app. She still has another profile. She's still on there. Like, let's be real. I can't. Seems like she has an interesting personality, but she's using him. She's not that into him. Not really. He's not like enough for her to stop being on the app, basically. So that's how I feel about episode 2 of this show. So like, comment, subscribe, tap that bell, and tell me what you think about the review or the recap of the show and what you think of the show. And talk to you later, you subscribers. Later.